My husband told me that he wanted us to homeschool our children many years ago before we even had children. And I thought to myself, I can't homeschool. I can't stay home with my kids all day. I'm not smart enough. How could I homeschool them? I couldn't do that. That's where my mind went to. And it's just so funny now because that is such a lie. You are going to get frustrated at times, and that's okay. You are going to feel like you don't have what it takes at times, and that's okay. Mama, you are adequate. You are smart. The best thing we can do at Homeschool Mamas is be flexible. Welcome back to Shandy's Sacred Space. I am so glad that you are here today, and I am so excited for today's video. We are going to be talking about homeschool. Currently, I have a 4-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old, and today, this morning, was our first official day of homeschool. I am using my father's world, and we had a lot of fun this morning, and I want to share everything. So this morning, I woke up around 6:30. I went for a walk, and it was wonderful. I love September because the mornings and the evenings are cool. I came back, I exercised, and then my 4-year-old and my 3-year-old were waking up, so we had breakfast, and I sat down with them and I wrote down our routine, our schedule together. Now, if you've been here at all or you've watched any of my previous videos, you know that I am super passionate about routines and rhythms. Some mamas prefer a very rigid routine, and other mamas like myself, we prefer more of a rhythm. And so for the last at least 2 years, I have had a rhythm, and they change seasonally. So in order to really get into the homeschool rhythm, I would encourage you to ease into it gently. So this morning we did breakfast, playtime, which is their quiet time, where I go upstairs and I get ready for the day. And then we did a lesson. And day one is all about creation, and that's why I love homeschooling, because you can make it however you want it to be. A few months ago, my husband said something to me that really changed my life, changed my perspective, inspired me, encouraged me, and this is what he said. He said, Shandy, what do you want your motherhood to look like? What do you want your day to look like? Whatever you want it to look like, you can create the motherhood of your dreams. You can create the motherhood that your heart desires. And I knew that I wanted to start homeschool this year. I have a 4-year-old and I have a 3-year-old, so they are very young. Therefore, homeschool can be very creative. And that's why I decided to go with my father's world. My father's world is very simple. It's a Charlotte Mason classical approach. So it's super fun, super flexible, super simple, and I'm very, very happy that we purchased it. Now, if you're wanting to homeschool your 4-year-old and 3-year-old, you can be so creative, and you can just start with reading them stories and doing very simple activities like this. In the beginning, God created light and he separated it from darkness. Simple, right? And so every day they're going to create something. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and they're actually going to create a book. Now, if you're wanting to homeschool your young children, I can't encourage you enough to have a rhythm going. Now, when you start homeschooling, you are going to want to give yourself time. And I am just laughing over here because I was planning to start homeschool with this curriculum last Monday, September 1st. I woke up with my period, my children woke up sick, and I immediately said, nope, we do not have to start today. There do not have to be any rules with homeschooling, and I just love that. If you want to homeschool your children, don't rush yourself and do not put yourself under any pressure. Buy your curriculum a month in advance, and every night before bed or during nap time, look at it, study it, examine it, and do not rush. Now, this book is incredible. It came with the Father's World curriculum. It's called For the Children's Sake by Susan, I'm not even going to try to pronounce her name. It is an incredible book. Let me just read a few things from this book. Children love routines. It frees their attention for the activity at hand. Later on, other routines help the child along. One part of each day, according to Charlotte Mason, will be lots of time to himself. Part of the routine is free time. And a lot of free time and play is actually incorporated into this curriculum. When planning routines, priority must be given to the most important things. The person matters, be it child, husband, wife, or friend. We'll need time to talk, read, relax, and work together. Our relationship with God matters. Where is the time to be found for that? I am part of this creation. Where will I find time to get out and enjoy nature? There is too much work to be done. I need to accept that reality and plan the time and priorities carefully. The child is not isolated within some sort of developmental program. We all share in life together. We learn from each other. And when we make correct decisions, the child in our care benefits from being helped to good habits, good priorities, and good routines. Who can hope to arrive to be successful? None of us is able to say, yes, I have. It helps us to accept our own weaknesses, our own needs, our own limitations. We have to operate within the limits of what is possible. It will never be perfect, but it is wonderful not to be merely swept along by feelings and circumstances. And this morning, on our first official day of homeschool, it didn't feel official because if I'm being honest with you, I have homeschooled my children for years without even realizing it. When I sit down with them and I read them a book, I'm homeschooling them. When I sit down and have a meal with them and talk about God's creation, talk about their day, talk about what they think about their day, talk about whatever it is that comes about, I'm homeschooling them. When we are playing outside, learning about God's creation, I'm homeschooling them. When I'm teaching them to do the dishes, when I'm teaching them to do the laundry, when I'm teaching them to play up after their toys, I'm homeschooling them. When we are baking or cooking together, we are homeschooling. So homeschool does not have to look like we are sitting down and doing something. However, right now my goal for homeschooling is sitting down and doing the activity together and then doing one-on-one time. So this morning I was able to have one-on-one time with my 4-year-old. We sat down and we read some books together. And then I was able to have one-on-one time with my 3-year-old and we sat down and we looked at a recipe together and we looked at an apple and pumpkin book together, which is perfect because we are entering into fall. I never thought in a million years that I would homeschool my children, but here we are, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I did get frustrated this morning because my 1.5-year-old was pretty fussy and he was crying a lot, but I just went with the flow of how it went. I had my mind focused on the goal of completing the activity together, reading about God's creation, and just making sure that I got in some one-on-one time with my girls, and we did it. You are called, you are chosen, you are adequate, you are smart, and you are definitely equipped. And whether you have one child, several children, you can absolutely figure this out. And the more I homeschool my children, the more passionate I become that spending time with our children during these sacred years, during these very important, critical years, is something that we will never regret. And looking back, it'll be something that we're so proud of. Homeschooling is such a wonderful journey, and I'm so excited for you to come along with us.